most intelligent people I ever met were the professors that I went to school with at the University of Florida who probably could not make it in the real world because all they could do is lecture from a textbook. And the ones that are the most successful and make the biggest incomes are the ones that were like the C+ students at the University of Florida, but they are entrepreneurs and hustlers, and boy, do they do whatever they do like champs. They're the ones that make the money. So we created a curriculum that encompassed learning the laws required by the state of Florida, but at the same time, learning how to navigate this profession. When you were 16 years old, most of you went to some form of driving school, and a lot of you got your driver's license 16, 17 years old. They basically put you in a Walmart parking lot at 11 o'clock at night to see if you could drive around without hitting anything. If you can't drive around Walmart at 11 o'clock at night without crashing, there's something wrong with your brain. That does not qualify you as a driver. Walmart, 11 o'clock at night, empty lot, does not qualify you as a driver. I-95 at 5:30 in a construction zone in the pouring rain during rush hour, you getting here in one piece, that makes you a driver. That's what separates the men from the boys, excuse me for using that phraseology. That's the truth. So we have to teach you how to actually navigate the laws, the rules, the regulations, which are very important, but actually how to succeed and rebuild careers. I didn't start as a teacher. Quite frankly, I'm not even one of the teachers. I am the business person that puts the curriculum together because I understand what you need to know academically with what you need to know entrepreneurial speaking, to succeed in real estate. I sold a lot of real estate, a ton of real estate. I wasn't always just sitting up here in this fiefdom and telling everyone what to do. I have been in the trenches. I still go into the trenches from time to time because how dare I try to teach and enable people in this profession unless I understand what's going on in the marketplace every single day. And I worked up to my position through a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of sleepless nights of staying up all night thinking of ways to help myself build a business. When I learned how to build a business, I realized that in real estate, no matter how good you are in any profession, there's only so much you can do on your own. And if you're not willing to let go of the reins a little bit and trust other people, your business can never really grow. Because if you're really successful, you can leverage the power of other people. And that's really what I've done in my business. I recognize that, you know, even though maybe on a killer year I can sell 50, 60 homes, and that would be just through the roof insane for any real estate agent to be able to do on their own. But if I take the 10 of you sitting here tonight and had you each sell 15 homes, which would be very modest, that's 150 sales a year, which is 3 times what I could do on my own, let alone the 240 people back in my office that are selling right now. So I made a decision to become a non-competing broker, whereas I've taken my expertise and my talents and my success, and I've learned to package it in a very comprehensive program to share it with other people. Egotistically, do I think anyone can do it as well as I do? No, I'll be totally honest with you. Do I think they can come close? Absolutely. And that's why I've decided to take this career path in my profession. It's something I'm very passionate about, something I believe in tremendously, and something that I make partnerships and investments in other people, which is why I don't charge anything for my school. You can go to any real estate school you want, plus or minus $500. Some places are $375, some places are $850. But let's assume they're all $500 a piece. And there's 10 of you interested in school. Theoretically, those 10 people times $500 a head for tuition are worth $5,000 to a real estate school. I'm not interested in $5,000. $5,000 has very, very, very little impact on my life, my way of life, my family's life, and our firm's future. What I'm interested is teaching other people how to sell real estate, because if all of you are horrible at the job, but she's really, really good, the rest of you just stink, you're awful. And I wasted my time and I wasted my money. And she sells one little home in Tamarack for $300,000, that's an $18,000 commission. You think I'm more interested in her one sale in her entire career for $18,000 or all of your tuition money for $5,000? It's a no-brainer. I'm interested in investing in people because I found in my business that if I make investments in people, in training them, in equipping them, in providing all these ancillary services that help separate them from the competition, I'm just going to sell more houses doing it. And that's what I like to do. So, our real estate program is quite unique. Our real estate program is 63 hours long, which is the state-required time commitment. We offer it only in two formats, either online, which I ardently suggest you stay away from if you can make it to a classroom, because a classroom setting is always better. If you can't make it to the classroom, then of course the online is a very good alternative. The online course, you set your own pace. It's 63 hours, basically reading hundreds and hundreds of pages of PDFs and taking periodic pop quizzes throughout the duration of your online experience. The live class, which is what I recommend for those of you that are local in this area, is taught in an executive style. It's taught at night, twice a week. We either have a Monday, Wednesday rotation or a Tuesday, Thursday rotation. It's always twice a week. It's always at night. It's never during the day. And it's always 7 hours a week. Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, from 6 o'clock at night until 9:30 p.m. So it's 3.5 hours, twice a week. Let's do a little pop quiz, preparing you for the math section on the test. If you go twice a week and it's 3.5 hours a night, how many hours per week is that? Come on, guys, a little more confidence. It's 3.5 plus 3.5. You can handle this? If you have trouble with that one, we're in big trouble. 7 hours a week. Now here's the tricky question. It's 63 hours, so how many weeks is class?
7.
9 weeks. 9 weeks of class. Twice a week, 3.5 hours a night, 9 weeks of class. Our next class, and we have several, but our next upcoming class begins as May 6th.
May 6th.
May 6th. And it takes place at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, which is right next door to the Fort Lauderdale Airport. So basically it's at the Fort Lauderdale Airport for simplification purposes. Mondays and Wednesdays starting May 6th, last for 9 weeks. So you're over right at the end of June is when it's over. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
First week of July,
Yeah.
last week of June, first week of July. It's a 9-week course. The class is phenomenal because it couples, as I said, the laws and the procedures of real estate which you need to succeed in the state examination with how the heck do I actually make a living in this business? And don't think for a second the learning concludes on that 63rd hour, because that's when the real learning begins, because we first have to get you a license. So you get lots of good tastes of how to make money in this business, but the real learning comes after you have a license, because there's so much education, almost 800 pages of textbooks that go into the laws and the procedures of real estate, that you can begin the money-making strategy portion of your learning in class, which you will, but it continues afterwards. Once you complete the 63 hours of state-required learning, you sit for 2 examinations. Now, the state of Florida says you're allowed to miss up to 8 hours of classroom. Ben Schachter says you ain't missing any. Why? I know what it takes to get a real estate license. I know what it takes to be successful in this business. I know the kind of investment I'm making. The least you can do is show up to class if I'm paying for it. It's very hard to pass when you miss more than 10% of the class. And 8 hours is quite a bit more than 10% on a 63-hour class. The class final examination is administered right there in the classroom. In this particular instance, it would be at the Crown Plaza Hotel. The class final exam is 100 multiple choice questions. You must achieve a 70% or better in the class final to pass. There is no extra credit. There is no apple for the teacher. There's no flirting with me or flirting with me. But anything else will be okay. Okay? 70 or better to pass the class. Once you pass the class, you then sit for the state examination. The state examination unequivocally is trickier and more challenging than the class examination. And the state examination is not a test of your ability. The state examination is a test of the school you went to see how well you were prepared. Because far too many real estate schools concentrate on passing the class, but if it takes 2 tests to tango, nobody cares if you just pass one of those tests. You get nothing for half credit. So we test, and we prepare you, and we educate you towards the state exam, so that you think it's just batting practice when you go to the class final. No problem, because everything we're doing to prepare you is for the state exam, because we need you to pass the state exam. So we have to give you all the tools, resources, training, and skills necessary to do that. Most schools just advertise, well, we have a 90%, the 96%, 94% passing rate. They're talking about of their class. Class doesn't cut it. You have to go into the state exam because that's where they screen out the garbage education from who's really prepared to be a real estate professional in the state of Florida. The class examination is a 70 or better. The state examination is also 100 questions. No multiple choice, it's all multiple choice, no fill in the blank, no essay. You have to get a 75 or better on the state test. 70 or better in the classroom, 75 or better on the state. And right there in the state testing center, they will print out your real estate license when you pass and hand it to you and congratulate you. You don't have to wait for something in the mail 6 weeks later. The state testing centers exist all over South Florida. There's about 15 of them within 25 miles of where we're standing, so you can go anywhere you like. They put you in virtually this silent little telephone booth with a computer in front of you, and you just pick A, B, C, D, and the screen pops up with questions. So, when you go through our program, we make the investment in you because we are looking to recruit and attract talented people that want to succeed and need to succeed. I'm not looking for people that are independently wealthy. I'm looking for people that need to make a good living, because I find there's a very big difference between those that would like to work and those that need to work. I align myself with people that need to work every single day, because I will light a fire, I will work you to the bone, I will push every single button, and you're going to come out on the other end of the training program like a champ, because you've been through the ringer. I don't go easy on anybody. There's no reason to. We could be the best of friends, we can go to TGI Fridays, and we can have mudslides all night long and have a good time. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to teach you how to build a career in real estate and how to see you succeed. I'm here to teach you how to separate yourself from the other real estate agents that don't make a living. Do you know that I was told that as much as 70% of people who get real estate licenses in the state of Florida will never sell a house in their entire career? Because they were just told how to pass a test. They were never told how to identify with consumers, how to build brand awareness, how to utilize social media, how to effectively utilize marketing, how to separate themselves through postcard campaigns or real telephone solicitations, how to become a consultant. Because if you take the salesperson's approach to real estate, you are toast. You have to become a consultant. You have to generally be a likable person. You have to be a person that people can trust. You have to be a person that people feel comfortable communicating with. Because if you're that really annoying person that just goes out to every social function, here's my card, I'm a realtor, here's my card, call me, call me. I hate that person. That person sucks so bad. That person will never make it in my program. I want the person that has something interesting, engaging to talk about. I want the person that actually stays current on the economy and on real estate forecasting so that they can be a resource of useful information for their consumers, for their clients, for their friends, for their family. Because most of you can look in your cell phone today, you may or may not know it, but I bet there's a half a dozen people in your cell phone today that have real estate licenses. You may or may not know it because they probably never sold you a house, because they suck at their job. We're looking for people that want to become a consultant, want to establish relationships, someone that's looking to make a very good living, someone that's looking to work hard. There is no easy street in real estate. People get their license for all the wrong reasons in this business because they think it's just, oh, cash cow, super easy. You want something easy? Go be a bag checker at the grocery store. That's real easy. This is not easy. People that make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, please don't think they're taking it easy one bit. People that are happy having one sale a year and making 6,000 bucks, maybe they're taking it easy. I'm looking for people that want to be heavy hitters, because I make a very big investment in each person that I train. Number one, you immediately become an extension of me. And I have a pristine reputation in the community, in the industry, and in the region. I don't align myself with anyone who's a deadbeat. I want only the highest caliber people around me at all times. I don't settle for second best, ever. So going back to other real estate schools, if you go to another real estate school and you typically shell out the $500 tuition plus or minus, and the 10 of you here, financially speaking, are worth $5,000 in tuition money, what kind of student do you think most professional schools would like? Whether you're a hairdresser, a nail technician, an electrician, a plumber, a real estate professional, what type of student do you think most professional schools are looking for? A students, B students, C students, or F students? What do you think most schools are looking for?
F students.
F students?
Yeah, whatever comes back.
Anybody else?
They want the school to look good, therefore they want the brightest.
They want the brightest?
I think they're looking probably to see students.
So you say A, you say F, you say C.
Trainable.
You're wrong and you're wrong. She's right. Let me tell you why. More importantly, you have to know the reason why. The reason A students are not attractive to professional schools is they are the least profitable. They're independently intelligent, and they sail through the program as quick as possible. They pay the least amount of tuition because they get it the first time. F students are a real problem for professional schools because if you ever met an F student that says, I am stupid, I don't apply myself, I come from a long line of stupid people in my family, I'm relatively incompetent, I don't get up in the morning to work, I get up in the morning just to stare at the wall, and basically I suck. Have you ever heard an F student say that? Or is it, that school had it out for me. The teacher hated me. The day one I walked in, he wanted me to fail. He hated my guts. I am very smart. I always get good grades. That school's the worst. They taught me nothing. They're a real estate school, 85 years old. I can't believe anyone ever passed. So what does the F student say? Right? It's always the school. Never them. It's never their own lack of motivation or incompetence. The C student is the best student for the school because the C student is the most profitable. The C student eventually will pass after repeating the course twice, after buying the magic flashcards, after buying the calculator that spits out the answer, after paying for private tutoring, after buying a compass, a protractor, a ruler, highlighters that are $4.50 a piece. The C student can be suckered into anything because the C student needs a little bit of help to get there. They will get there. So professional schools want all C students. And the C student probably is appreciative that the school passed them because they're used to failing most of their life. So the fact they got a C, they're so happy, right? It's amazing to me. That's when the professional school is charging a tuition. Plumbers, electricians, real estate agents, nail technicians, hair salons. I don't charge for my school. I told you what I'm looking for. What kind of student do you think I want in my class? I hope you can answer that with a little more confidence. I want the A students. I want the brainiacs who are going to work their rear ends off and get through the first time. Because I am not making money off of you until I put you into a working sales environment. And as much as we can drink mudslides at TGI Fridays, I'm interested in your profitability, not your friendship. Got it? Plain and simple. I suck at poker, which is why I don't play. There's nothing hidden here. There's no secrets. I'm very honest. I look every single person in the eye, so you know I'm connecting with each one of you in this room, so you know how serious I am. So I'm going to pay for your training. I'm going to give you very rigorous education. I'm going to teach you techniques that no one offers. I'm going to open up laundry lists of opportunities for you so that you can separate yourself from the sea of incompetent real estate professionals. And then I'm going to send you to work for Coldwell Banker? No. You're going to come right back to work in my office so that you can repay me for these gifts that I've bestowed upon you. The commitment with our firm is for 24 months, 2 years. 2 years from when you reach and achieve your real estate license, which is passing your test. Now please listen very carefully. And if you want to write anything down the whole night, write this one down, because this will answer about 90% of all of your questions. Ready? Here goes. This is the commitment, and I quote the commitment. If you sell real estate, and if that real estate happens to be in the state of Florida, you will do it through our office as part of our office. That's it. I will repeat it. If you sell real estate, and if that real estate happens to be in the state of Florida, you will do it through our office as part of our office. That's it. That right there should answer 90% of your questions about the commitment. Well, Ben, What if my husband gets a job transfer to New Mexico? Move. Goodbye. Good luck. Great being friends. Sucks for me. I lost a lot of money on you. Ben, what happens if I play scratch-off lotto and I'm at 7-Eleven and I win $4 million? Congratulations. Do you want to share it? It's up to you. Don't work. Ben, what if I do all the training, take all the classes, love you, love the company, but I just can't sell. I get stage fright. It terrifies me. That sucks for me. Hopefully I can teach you how to overcome that during training, but if I can, I can. That should answer all your questions about the commitment. If you sell real estate, and if that real estate is in the state of Florida, you will do it through our firm as part of our firm. That's it. Plain and simple. Now, I said very clearly the commitment's 2 years. I also know that that is a half-truth. Why? Reason number one is because I know our retention rate is unparalleled in the industry. Even though you will only commit to hang your license and be part of our firm for 24 months, I have over 240 salespeople. Other than those that have passed away, I can't avoid that. Other than those that have moved to other states or out of the area, I can't avoid that. Other than those that have retired because they have enough money to live on, they don't want to work anymore. Other than those I fired for being insubordinate or unprofessional or doing something underhanded or unethical. I've only had 4 people ever leave our company voluntarily. It's quite a ratio. 240 salespeople to 4 that have ever voluntarily left. And guess what? The 4 is not what excites me. What excites me are the 2 of the 4 that came back within 90 days because they realized that the grass was not greener elsewhere. And do you think I let them back?
Yeah.
Of course, I already made the investment in them. Why would I shun them away? I'm a businessman. It's all about selling houses. And if they can sell, you can bet your rear end I let them back. Absolutely. 2 people have ever left our company without getting fired or without moving away or dying or retiring and have ever opted to go to work for any of my competitors. Because the opportunity we present does not exist anywhere in the United States. It's not because I'm better than anyone else. It's not because I'm smarter than anyone else. Not because I have more money or more successful than anyone else. The reason it doesn't exist is because I am foolishly generous. That's why people never leave. Foolishly generous. We provide very aggressive commission compensation rates for our salespeople. We provide very vigorous training. We offer tremendous amounts of free marketing and technology. We're not a franchise, so I'm the boss. I get to make all the decisions. I don't have to answer to Wall Street or any regional managers. And because I spoil my sales team rotten. Why? Secret? Because they sell lots of houses. And I'm interested in keeping them. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So, Ben, if you provide all these wonderful resources, what's it going to cost me? Nothing. Nothing. We are the state of Florida's largest fee-free brokerage. We charge nothing to our sales team. Now, some of you may look at me and say, I don't understand, what does this even mean? Of course you charge nothing. You're the boss, we work for you. No, you don't work for me. You're an independent contractor, 1099. Have any of you in this room ever had a real estate license before in another state or anywhere else? Yes? One of you? Just one person? Pretty common for real estate agents to come out of pocket every single day. When you're an independent contractor, you're on the hook for all the expenses. Advertising, business cards. You like sitting in a chair? Real estate invented something called desk fees. Most offices just have carpet to stand on. But in real estate offices, we have chairs and desks, and they charge rent for you to sit in one. Standing is free, sitting costs money. Photocopies, pay for your own photocopies, pay for your own coffee at the Keurig espresso machine, pay for your own long-distance calls, not from your cell phone, meaning if you pick up the office phone, you pay long distance to the tune of 20 cents a minute locally and 50 cents a minute internationally. And they put up little antennas around the building to reflect the cell phone signals. So you want to know why in that building you can't get any cell service? Because they make you pay for the phone calls and they don't want you using your cell. Sick. We don't charge anything. Why don't you think we charge anything? Because we sell houses. That's right. And I'm not in the business of extorting money from my family. And I treat this like a family. If you can keep up with me, I'll make you an honorary part of my family. And I don't squeeze my family members for money. And if you can sell houses, then I got plenty of money to pay the bills. And isn't that the truth? It's the business owner's job to pay the bills. It's not your job to pay the bills. It's your job to work your tail off to make a living. It's not your job to pay my salaries, my air conditioning, my rent, my training materials, my advertising. But my friends at Coldwell Banker and Remax and Exit and Keller Williams and Century 21 and Prudential, and you can go all the way down the list. They invent fees, errors and omissions insurance. This is the biggest scam alive. You have to have errors and omissions insurance to be in real estate. It's basically insurance to protect you as a professional of any mistakes you may make while filling out a document, a purchase contract, a listing agreement, so you have to buy this insurance. 99.999% of companies make you pay for errors and omissions insurance. Let me tell you what a scam it is for the sales team. The insurance isn't a scam. The sale of the insurance is the scam. Our errors and omissions insurance for our over 200-person company is like $8,000, $9,000 a year. That may seem like a lot in the scheme of running a big business. It's a drop in the bucket, no problem. However, most companies that charge for errors and omissions insurance typically charge every single salesperson anywhere from $300 to $500 per year to be listed on that policy. Do the math. 200 people at even on the low end, $300 a pop, is $60,000 a year. What a scam. A policy that costs me $8,000 or $9,000 a year, reselling it to you for $60,000. So they don't give a damn if you sell a house or not. They're making $51,000 a year on the insurance. How about business cards? You don't think Vista prints free business cards are acceptable, right? Try going to some of the franchise companies that buy them from sweatshops in China for $9 a box, and you have to buy them from them at $149 a box. Lie, I promise you I'm not. Call and ask. You would think chairs and furniture are a normal part of an office, having a desk to sit at with a telephone, maybe a computer. An empty desk with no computer, $200 a month to rent it. That means you can't sit down unless you're prepared to pay $2,400 a year for the privilege of putting your tush in a chair. If you want a phone, it's $250 a month. If you want a phone and a computer, it's $400 a month. I'll bring my laptop, sorry. If you have a desk with a computer, you're stuck paying $400 a month whether you bring your laptop or not. It is sick. Why has the industry become that way? Because there are so many incompetent people in this business that cannot be counted on to sell houses. The companies have to squeeze and stranglehold the salespeople to make a profit because they don't trust you have the competency to what? Sell a house. If you had the competency to sell a house, there's more than enough money to go around to pay for all the computers and desks and advertising and furniture and errors and omissions insurance and polo shirts and business cards and everything else. Are they willing to make an investment in you? No, absolutely not. They will take any dip off the street and they will make that dip a salesperson, squeeze as much money out of them as they possibly can and say, we can't worry about them selling houses because they could totally suck at their job. So let's just squeeze them for as much money as we possibly can. It's sick. We don't charge our agents anything. Our agents pay for the gasoline in their cars so they can move. They pay for the airtime on their cell phone plans so they can talk. And they pay for their membership to the Board of Realtors. That's it. It's a very important part of the business. The membership to the Board of Realtors enables you to have access to the MLS. That's the National Association of Realtors. You're not here to become a realtor. You're here to consider becoming a real estate agent, a real estate licensee, a real estate salesperson, a real estate professional. This is the license you're looking to achieve from the state of Florida. It's a license, just like a hunting or fishing permit, a driver's license, right? A hairdresser's license, a liquor license. It's a license from the state. A realtor, R-E-A-L-T-O-R, which has become synonymous with real estate agent, A realtor is a membership into a club. I went to the University of Florida. I was a student. We partied hard. Those of us like myself that were in fraternities, we paid to become a brother in the fraternity. And membership does come with privileges. The drinks were better and the girls were cuter because we paid for it. In real estate, if you want to have a much better experience, you will pay to be a member of the Board of Realtors. Very, very important. And because the company pays for all of your other expenses, the Board of Real Estate membership is a very critical, very affordable tool that goes along with your experience selling real estate. So, the next question is, so Ben, everything sounds great, you're a fee-free brokerage, you're not charging me anything, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you're going to give me a killer education. I love the fact that you've got 11 offices around South Florida, so I can work from wherever. I understand that you own and operate 35 different websites about country clubs and short sales and country clubs up here, and new construction and resales for foreclosed properties. Everything sounds great. The technology, the marketing, the training, good. So, what am I going to get paid? Right? So, here's my answer. I don't know you. I didn't ask for references. I don't know if you can pass my class. I certainly don't know if you can sell anything. So I have to start everybody on a level playing field to see if you can do it. And if you do it, I will pay you more. And if you don't do it, I'll be glad I started you where I started you with, because you've proven that you can't do it. So, during the 2-year commitment, in year 1 of year 2, first year, first 12 months, you're going to start on a 50-50 commission split. Now, if you're my wife, you think it should be a 90-10, because that's what she thinks. When I'm a really good boy, like on my birthday, it's 70-30. But you are not my wife. You are my business partner. I pick up the tab, I teach, I train, I motivate, I give you all the technology and marketing, and all you do is work. I'm the one that carries all the risk. You have none. Because your time is committed, my money is committed. Okay? If you do really well during that year, well, I shouldn't even say really well. If you do at least a mediocre job during that year, you're going to get a raise in year 2, because I want to keep you motivated. What? You're going to give me a raise? You don't know if I can pass the test. You don't know if I'm going to show up to class. You don't know if I'm going to use your training. You certainly don't know if I have the mentality or the skills to be a salesperson, and you're getting a raise? Yes, I am. Because I'm a business person, I want to keep you motivated, I want to keep you hungry. At the start of the 13th month, which is the start of year number 2, you're going to get a raise from 50-50 the first year up to 60-40 the second year. Now careful, please don't fall into this trap. If you get 50-50 the first year and you get raised to a 60-40 commission split in your second year, don't fall into the trap. How much of a percentage raise is that? Now I have you all second guessing your own math skills. What percentage of a raise did you get? Let's make it dollars. You make $50,000 the first year in salary, and you make $60,000 the second year in salary. How much of a raise did you get?
20%.
20% raise. How many of you ever got a 20% raise in your second year of your job that your boss didn't know if you could even do? In writing, up front. Not bad, pretty generous. So, 50-50 the first year, 60-40 the second year. At the end of the second year, where you've got this awesome 20% raise, those of you that aren't good with math, that extra 10% commission is 10 out of 50. 1 out of 5 is 20%. It's a 20% raise. You and I are going to have lunch at the end of the 24th month. If you have an awesome job, you and I are going to go to Ruth's Chris. We're going to have a big, fat, juicy, butter-soaked steak with a side of cauliflower mash and some really, really good steamed asparagus. Maybe even dessert, because you've done so well. And during that conversation, we are going to renegotiate your commission split predicated on the fact that you've done so well, and now I have a history of 2 years to see that all my training and investment in you has paid off, and I'm going to renegotiate your commission split to something more market competitive because you're a superstar. maybe 70%, maybe 80%, maybe 85%. The sky is the limit, predicated that I see you've done well. If you haven't done that well and you've just been a mediocre student in the class, we're going to go to Chili's or we're going to go to Cheesecake Factory. If you really suck, we're going to go to Wendy's. Okay? If you know we're pulling into Wendy's to renegotiate your split, you better just quit. Because I ain't happy. Ben, I would never work for 50-50. Well, guess what? If you think you're so good, prove it to me. Show me that you wouldn't work for 50-50. You think I'd give raises during the first 2 years to anybody?
Sure.
Of course I do. Prove it. Show me you're worth a raise. Don't tell me how many homes you sold. Don't tell me that you fly, private Lear jets for the rich and famous and you're only going to sell homes on the Intracoastal. Don't tell me you're the pastor in your church and instantly you have 18,000 customers. Just prove it. Cuba Gooding Jr., Jerry Maguire, show me the money. I give all the raises that people deserve every single day. And why do you think people never quit? Because I told you I am foolishly generous. Just prove it to me. Fair and simple. Very easy. Works out well.
Even the first year,
Sorry?
if they do good, if we do good the first year, you raise.
If you do well the first week.
Oh, the first week. I don't think it's bad.
You have
You
1
never
week to
know.
prove yourself. If you're
You
good the
never
first
know.
week, you get a raise. If you don't do well the first week, you have to wait 2 years to get a raise. Think about it, guys. I'm picking up the tab for your education. I'm giving you all of my trade secrets. I'm sharing all of my expertise with you. I'm opening all this marketing and technology to you. Do you think I want you packaging it all up at the end of 2 years when you really start to make money in your 3rd and 4th year in real estate and running over to Remax to make money for them? Absolutely not. I need to protect my investment. In this agent-centric business that I operate, it's not about the consumers out there. I'm not worried about the buyers and sellers. I learned a long time ago not to worry about buyers and sellers. Why? Because if I spoil my agents with training, with technology, with marketing, with infrastructure, with 17 managers and trainers to help them further their career, all of whom are on my salary and payroll to help nurture your learning process, to pay for the long distance and the photocopies and all the different offices, to build the brand awareness. If I do all those things for you, the sales team, something tells me you're more than capable of handling the buyers and sellers out there. The reason most agents don't do well at handling the buyers and sellers out there is because they don't have a broker like me behind them, showing them how to do it. If I worry about the end consumer and how much commission they're putting in my pocket and how many homes they're buying, I'm forgetting the most important bridge, and that's you. And you, as prospective salespeople for our company, are the biggest asset and the biggest resource to me here, period. Customers, although I won't say they're replaceable, they're replaceable. I can get new buyers and sellers every day of the week. Another ad on Craigslist, another ad on Facebook, another ad in the Sun Sentinel, another direct mail piece to New Jersey. I can get new buyers and sellers every single week. I don't know who your friends are. I don't know where you go to church. I don't know who your colleagues are in whatever your other career is. I don't know who your friends are up north. I don't know your classmates from school. I don't know what country you're from. I don't know your people. And I'm interested in getting in your head and getting in your heart so that you can bring me your people to what? Buy houses. Because all I want to do is sell houses. Period. Plain and simple. So really the salesperson is the commodity in this business. And too many brokers make the horrible mistake of thinking the consumer is the commodity, and they're not. How many of you will gladly go to Publix and pay 50 cents more for a dozen eggs than you will at Winn-Dixie? Because it's cleaner, because it has nicer delivery, the sales staff is trained better, the stores are more conveniently located. But an egg is an egg. But you'll gladly spend 50 cents more to go to Publix over Winn-Dixie. It's the delivery. So I can get all the customers in the world, but if I don't have you, the key to the bridge, to deliver the customers, to teach my training program, to offer good compensation and wonderful benefits to, I got nothing. There's only one of me. So I'm trying to reproduce myself as many times over as I possibly can. And the Asians really respect and appreciate that. Hey, Ben, that's really nice. No one's ever made an investment in me. You know, I've had this job for 15 bucks an hour for most of my career, and there's really no opportunity for me to grow. Maybe I'll get 16 bucks an hour, maybe 17, but it's not really a game changer. Real estate is a game changer. If you work your tail off in real estate, you can make really, really, really good money. Do you know why? Because we sell a product that everybody needs. Do you know how I know that? Because none of you are sleeping in this hotel tonight. Every one of you here is going to sleep in a bed wherever it is you live. Mobile home, country club, waterfront home, townhouse, condo, I couldn't care less. But every person needs a place to sleep. And if you know how to talk the real estate business on a high level, as a consultant, as opposed to that cheese ball that sticks a business card in every single person's hand, people will talk to you because everyone knows someone that either wants to invest, wants to upgrade, wants to downgrade, wants to flip a property, wants to sell a property, knows someone who's moving here from out of town. Everybody knows somebody in real estate. I have over 1,000 names in my cell phone. Today, Monday, I don't know anyone who's in the market to buy a car. There might be, but I don't know anyone on my cell phone who's in the market to buy a car. I can name 50 people on my cell phone that are looking to either buy a house, sell a house, invest in a property, buy a second home, rehabilitate a house, invest in a foreclosure, invest in a short sale. There's always people moving and shaking in real estate. It is a wonderful business. Once you pay your dues and you work yourself to the bone for the first few years, you get residual income because business starts coming to you. Because all of your past clients become raving fans and they talk about what a heck of a great job you did, excuse me, and all the resources your company had available to them, and they begin sending you referrals. And isn't it cool that you can go on vacation like for 6 or 10 weeks and still have listings that are being shown and sold by other real estate agents, and you're still getting a check every Friday or every other Friday because other people are selling your listings? That's cool. When you invest your time and you work yourself to the bone and you build an established following, and then you can take long periods of time off and money still rolls in because you have this book of business, that is super cool. I have one agent I can think of in particular whose wife is a school teacher. School teachers have the best job in the world when it comes to vacations because they're off for 3 months every summer. He's been in the business for so long, my business, that he takes off 3 months every summer just to be with his wife. They travel, they see the grandkids, they have fun. What career, without reporting to your boss, no permission necessary, can you just say, I won't be in for the next 12 weeks, and you think your job's still waiting for you when you come back? What career, if you're just not a morning person, you can get up at 10:30 every day and wander into the office at 11:30 and still have a job? What career can you say, you know, I'm not going to work on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but instead I'll work Sunday mornings instead, because that's just better for me and my lifestyle? You have to pay your dues. I didn't say it's easy to get there, but you can set your own schedule. You work as hard or as soft as you want. The harder you work, the more money you make, plain and simple. Most professions, there are ceilings. I don't care how good you are at your job, a secretary is never going to make $100,000 a year. There is not a secretary, even in the White House, that gets paid $100,000 a year. It just doesn't happen. Real estate has immeasurable amounts of $100,000 plus producers because they work their tail off, they build an established following, and hopefully they align themselves with a company like ours. So I'm here to you to really drive home this point. If you have the heart and soul and the intelligence to do what I say, I'm going to make you successful. No, I will not commit to you how much money you will make because I don't know how much heart and soul, I don't know how much intelligence you have, I don't know who you're friends with, I don't know where you live, I don't know how you're going to network yourself, but I can tell you this, if you have any heart and soul and any intelligence, I'll make you reasonably successful. And if you have a lot of heart and soul and a lot of intelligence, I will make you very successful. Because that's what I've done for hundreds of people. Not 3, not 5, not 7. Hundreds of people. And when you do your homework to check me out or check our company out, make sure you get your facts straight. Homework assignment number 1. Ben, what is it about this 1099 independent contractor business where you say we have to pay all these fees at other companies? Tell a white lie. Get on the phone tomorrow morning, Go into the yellow pages online or in your old-fashioned paper yellow pages and call Coldwell Banker, call Remax, call Keller Williams, call Prudential, call Exit, call anyone you want. Say, hi, I just got my real estate license yesterday. I want to come in for an interview. Great, come on in. But before I do, could you please email me or fax me every single dollar I have to pay and spend with your company during my first 2 years that I'm there? And you'll hear dead silence on the phone, because that's the nail in the coffin right there. Can you imagine you're going for a job interview and you leave at the other interview with a sheet of paper that says, you have to spend $7,200 in your first year with us? Why do you think they don't care if you sell a house? Because if they have 500 morons spending $7,000 each, it's a lot of money. They could care less if you sell a house. I had a serious issue with a major franchise that recently, about a month ago, had their national convention in Houston. And this very well-known, very big national company basically forced, if not strongly encouraged, every person to go to their national convention in Houston. I got news for you. If I'm going to Houston, it's going to be an Astros game. It's going to be with my wife and my son and my daughter. It's not going to be to a national convention of some real estate company. So they had Bon Jovi sing a song. They had some fireworks. I'm sure it was great. Good for them. It cost $1,200 to go. How would you like going to your company that you work for and you have to pay $1,200, and if you don't go, you're basically shunned? You're not going to the convention? Just you? Everyone else is going. How could you not be going to the National Convention in Houston? It's only $1,200. Well, when you have 15,000 people spending $1,200 on a convention fee, Bon Jovi, not very expensive. I can wait till he comes to American Airlines and get a box seat for $250. I don't need to fly to Houston for that.